Hey guys, it's Code Rosum here, and today we are going to talk about how to send emails with Laravel. For this tutorial I'm going to use Laravel's Mailable class, which is really easy to use. So let's get started. Open up your Laravel project and open up the console, then type php artisan make mail and the name of the mailable class you are going to make. I'm gonna name it sign up email. Hit enter. This will create a new class inside our app folder and inside that mail directory. So this is our class. So as you can see, there are two methods, as usual the constructor, and there is a special method called build. So this is where you can define all your email configurations, like the subject, the from name and address, stuff like that. This build method returns a view which does not exist yet, but we are going to create it in a minute, and that's where we put all the text and all the HTML content in our mail. So that's where the email template resides. So let's create that view first. I'm going to open up resources, views, and inside that folder I'm going to create a new directory called mail so that I can use it separately for email templates. I'm going to create a new blade file, sign up email.blade.php. So this is the email template of my sign up email. Here I'm going to put some dummy data. It doesn't really matter, you can put anything you want. You can put CSS, maybe even animations. You can put anything you want that support HTML. I'm just going to put a basic text. So this is my email. I'm going to hit save and our email template is ready. And I'm going to change this to the template we just created. This is the mail dot sign up email. Sign up email. Right, now we are returning the correct view. So this will work as the email template. Great. Then I'm going to add some configuration in the build method. First I'm going to put the from email. The email is from. This will be my my website's my personal email or my website's official email. And I'm going to put the subject. You can always check the official documentation to see all the configurations you can have in this method. I'm just going to put the basic contents and basic configurations. For the subject, I'm going to put a string like this, welcome new user. So like this. So I have already put subject and from email address, and I can put the name for the from name, which is I'm going to put my website name, code awesome, like this. So it is ready. Right, now as you know, the email content can be dynamic. The email should be personalized for each user. For example, the name of the receiver, the other stuff, profile pictures, and all. So this content should be dynamic, so that the content of the email will make sense. In order to make it dynamic, we need to pass some data to our email template. So we can do that with Mailable class. What I am going to do is I am going to put a parameter in the constructor like data. You can name it whatever you want, and I'll put it like this. Let's say sign up mail data, and I am assigning that to this, so that I can pass this data to the view that works as the email template. It's like mail data, and I'm going to put it here like this, so I can pass dynamic data to my email template. Right, we are almost done with this Mailable class. Now we need to call this method from wherever we want. For example, when the user creates an account, or when he sign up for a newsletter, occasions like that. This project doesn't have any kind of functionality yet, so what I'm going to do is create a custom route, and using that route I'm going to call that method, so I can test whether this is working or not. Alright, I'm going to create a new controller, PHP artisan make controller, and I'm going to name that mail controller. Hit enter. So our controller is created. So inside that I'm going to create a new method, public function send email. Inside this method I can call the Mailable class, so I can test whether the mails are sending or not. First, I'm going to define some dynamic data I want to pass to my email template. For example, I'm going to pass the name of the user, so I can put that name in the email template, so I can personalize my email for each user. This will be like, I'm going to put a name Tharindu, which is my name by the way, and I'm going to put some other data like verification code, something like this. So you can pass whatever you want, and then I need to call Mailable class. I'm going to call mail, and then the to method, which defines the email address, the recipient's email address. I'm going to fill that later. Then the send method. So for the send method, I'm going to pass the Mailable class we created earlier as the argument. So it will be like new sign up email, like this. So when you are typing for this IDE, the required facades and all classes are imported here. If your IDE doesn't support that, make sure you import them manually. Alright, now as the recipient email address, I'm going to put one of my working email. Make sure you enter your email correctly there, and then I'm going to pass this dynamic data as the argument of this mailable class. Right, this is almost complete. Now what we need to do is call this method manually. This is just a basic project and it doesn't have any functionality yet, so I'm going to call this method using a route. I'm going to open up my route folder and open that web.php. So in that file I'm going to define a new route. It will be a get route, and the URL is like test email, and the controller is mail controller, and the method we just created is send email. Right, and we can define a name as well. It will be something like test email. Right, next what we want to do is add the configurations and credentials of the sending email address to my .env file. By default, these details, these configurations are added like this, but you need to fill up these credentials and configurations with the email address you are using as the sender's email address, which is the official email or your personal email you are going to send emails with. Right, I'm going to put my email details like this. Right, and now this is ready to test on the browser. I'm going to open up the browser and I'm going to just paste the URL of my project and the route we just created, test email. We don't have any response, which means it should be working. Let's open up my mail and let's see whether we have received an email or not. And we have received a new email from our website with the text we put in the in our template. Great. And one thing I forgot to mention was, in order to use Gmail's SMTP server with one of your Gmail account's credentials, you need to enable this less secure access option in your Gmail account, in your Google account. So you can access that URL using my account google.com/LessSecureApps. So make sure you enable that so that you can send email using your Gmail credentials. Alright, now we want to do is we can send emails now. Just a little tweak to the end of this tutorial. I can of course use one of these personalized data in the email template. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that variable we pass in this mailable class. It is mail data. I'm going to use that variable in this template like this. Here the data we pass is name, which is comes from here, and we define that here, right? So we can test it again. I'm going to read out that route. Oh, we get an error. Let's see what we have messed up. It says trying to get a property of a non-object. So of course we are calling this like an object. Actually it is not an object, it is an array. So let's put the property like this and reload the page. Now we get a blank page, which means it should be working. Let's see, we have a new, yes, we have a new email. I'm going to open up, and yes, we have included my name in the email. So the template, in the template we have included personalized data. So guys, it's working. So we have created a mailable class, and we did a little customization and put some personalized data in the email, and finally it is working, and we successfully sent an email without an error. Alright, so let me know what you think in the comment section, and of course hit the subscribe button for more videos like this in the future. So thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one.